Yeah, I know. She does not oft look this way. Um, Makeup is work, and that's why I reserve it for special occasions, costumes, um, and date night. That because I love makeup. Makeup is fun, but it is work, and I will have to take all of this off. That's not what we're doing today, but the rare full face. This isn't even a full face. I didn't even use like primer, mostly because I couldn't find it. But I ended up not being out as long as I thought I was going to be because it is 91 degrees out there. Yeah. So, but I had a good time, and if I have a good time, that means I have to share the good time with everyone, right? Right. That's how the internet works. So, hey, friend, it's me, the Ebony Otaku, the well-rounded nerd. I just went to a local event called Midsummer Market. And I kept calling it, I think, on the day of, um, like an anime convention because I wasn't really sure what it was. Because a couple of the local hobby shops we go to were advertising it because they were going to be there, and of course we're going to go out and support the vendors that we love. And there's a lot of local artists, which every city has local artists, but there's like a lot here, and so it was like a market for all of them to come and sell their nerdy wares. Which in a city that is basically supported by nerdity, there was a bunch and there was a lot to choose from, and yet there was anime stuff, there was a lot of D&D stuff, Magic the Gathering stuff, things just people created, local artists who like recreated portraits of like comic book figures, Warhammer, and then just everything in between. There were crafters, bakers, earring makers, just all kinds of stuff. So it was a ton of fun, and it was an opportunity to cosplay. I had actually pulled out my Haruka my Furikuri cosplay, and I was gonna wear that because it was supposed to rain today. And then when I got up, the rain had moved off, and I was like, "Well, that's too much clothing for there not to be any rain." So I went back through and that closet. Oh my god. I'm going to have to take. I've got three big organization projects to do in the house. Right now, I'm going to reorganize the garage, and then I'm going to reorganize my stepson's room and help him figure out how to organize his collections and be able to enjoy them. And then that thing, like trying to find a costume. And I had plenty. That wasn't the issue. It was a costume that wasn't perfect for the weather, and because it's hot. And this I actually got this Dora Milaje dress from Hot Topic, like 2 years ago. No, like 3 years ago, maybe. Yeah, I've had it for a while. I've worn it a few times. It's always a hit. But yeah, going through that, oh God, that is not levels of organization that I personally can be proud of. And I'm a very organized person, so I gotta fix that. But I ended up going with this because it is a short dress. She had to put shorts on her because it's short. And plus it was an excuse to wear my high-heeled chucks. I got high-heeled chucks that are literally like this color. Um, so I went with the little dress in the 91 degrees. I know it's not as hot as a British summer. If you know, you know. We're gonna leave that girl alone. Poor thing. Poor thing. She's got enough hate. Actually, it's not even as hot right now as it could be in the South. Because when I was a kid, and even in the past 5 years, we've had summers that were well into the triple digits. So it's hot, but it's not triple digit hot, which I'm thankful for. The humidity, it is what it is. That's why she went for wrapped hair today instead of the braids down. And when I tried on my Haruka costume, it looked great. Um, however, it's my Ryan Hollinger ode today. However, um, can't do the wig. I braid my hair because it's easy for me. I don't have to think about my hair. But when I want to do cosplay, you can't really pull a wig over the hair. So while I'm talking, I am gonna just take the earrings out because they're just dangling and they're on my nerves now. They're great. Again, local artist made these. Husband got them for me last year as a gift. We're at our favorite little artist commune shopping place. Um, and we got these. But yeah, local handmade. I love stuff like this because that means that nobody else has it. Jewelry and stuff does not have to be expensive to be great. I think I talked about that in my my little Funko Pop Megatron video. Just because something is inexpensive. Like I don't know what these cost because he surprised me with them. But, you know, a couple little things that we got recently, like I just got this bookmark. There's a little glass maker in the same place. And she made these little bookmarks. Look at that. She made this little urn. Is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen? And I'm going to reach in here in my plant, my desk garden. But look at this. She made this too. Is that not precious? I'm not, you know, at a level where, you know, I'm doing sponsorships or anything like that. But, you know, I got to ask people before I talk about their shops on my channel. Like, I know I always say my favorite hobby shop, and I've never named it because I don't know if they want me to. I should probably ask them because I'm one of those folks. Like, I know a lot of people are just out there talking about, if you didn't sign up to be on the internet this way, I'm not going to bring you up unless you want me to. So I will talk to my local hobby shops and see if they're okay with me mentioning them. And she made this too. This is a little tea strainer that I got from her the other day. So yeah. My husband is rubbing off on me. He's the clumsy one. I did not break it. It's carpet in here. But yeah, she just made this cute little jewel. She didn't make this. This is a tea strainer. But it's heart-shaped. Is that not cute? But she did make the little jewel. The little bubble. So, yeah, little stuff like that. But I had a really good little day today at the nerd thing. And y'all want to see a secret? So I was like, where's the hair? It's in here. And this is a special kind of turban. It's called a t-shirt turban. So check this out. I don't know how to tie a turban. All right, they're just some black jeans I didn't inherit. I can't braid. I'm not going to learn. I support the economy. I go to someone to get my hair done. I don't do this. And I cannot tie a turban to save my life. But watch this. Whoa. And there is all of that blue and purple hair. So yeah, you see, I cannot shove this under a wig. And then this is the cheater turban. So you shove your hair in here, and then you basically wrap this around your head 3 times. Yeah, I have them for swimming as well. I have 2 aquatic t-shirt turbans. One's really bright blue, and the other one's like bright yellow. But it keeps my hair from getting, you know, my braids from getting wet. It's not that the hair won't dry. It'll just take a really long time. If you don't dry your braids completely, then like problems ensue. So I just prefer not to get my hair. That, if you ever wondered why black women don't want to get their hair wet, that would be why. Because if it's my afro, I don't care. I'll jump in the pool and stuff with the afro because I can go wash it. This is a little bit more difficult to wash. It can be washed, but like I have to set aside time. Like it's a whole process. So like I know like without the turban, the whole makeup look is completely different, isn't it? Yeah. So welcome to the behind the scenes of nerd life. I spent 30 minutes doing my makeup this morning. I know that's a long time. I use real blush and stuff. Makeup's fun to play in. It's just not my primary. But I did get some really cool stuff, and there's one thing I really want you to see that's super cute. So I didn't just shop for myself either. I actually ended up ordering something really great for my husband because his orcs and grots are just the most disorganized mess you've ever seen. I reorganized his office for him several times, and I have carrying cases and stuff for my Warhammer, and he needs that too. And the vendor that made my really cute little, let me just show it to you. Let me not talk about it. Let me show it. They made this card box. So I love this. I've purchased 2 of them, and they're actually sold at our favorite local hobby store. But I never know who sold them. I bought one for me, and there is, watch this. Oh, it raises the deck. Is that not great? And then there is a little drawer underneath where you put your dice. Because I have matching dice for all my things. That's just how I am. Matching dice matter. But yeah, they were there, and I wanted a pink one because I got my sister-in-law a purple one. I got the blue one for me. But every time I go, I'm like, is there a pink one? Is there a pink one? And they were there today. So I ordered a pink one for myself. But they also had wood carry cases for minis, and because they're wood, he can customize them. So it's gonna be an early Christmas present. I thought about waiting until Christmas, but his mess is just too messy, and we gotta fix that now. But since grots and orcs are his thing, I'm gonna have grots and orcs emblazoned on the sides. I was gonna burn those in for me, and his favorite phrase from one of the orc novels is "Here we go, here we go," and on the other side it'll say "Wah." So I'm gonna get that made for him, and he already knows it's coming because I got to put all this together, but it has nice metal shelves. It's got this really great plexiglass slide in, like it's really well made. So I was like, yes, that for him. So I didn't just shop for myself. All right, my husband was like, go buy whatever you want, and I was like, okay. I did not go stupid with it. I got one thing that's really great though. But other things I got, so I did get some earrings for me because she loves jewelry. And again, it does not have to be expensive to be great. You just have to love it. And none of these were expensive. Now, I don't even know if any of this is branded, but don't care at this point. Hashtag not sponsored. Just me. Oh, those have skulls in them. Okay, so I got these butterfly earrings. I did not realize they have little skulls in them. That's interesting. I'm not really a skull person. Had I looked closer and realized they were skulls, I may not have bought them. But they're a good October option. So these might show up in some Warhammer readings out of that Fulgrim book, an Angel Exterminatus in October. Now that I know that is there, which it's fine. It's fine if you like them. I've got a friend, she loves the sugar skulls, the Day of the Dead stuff. Oh, she's all about it. Every time we go to Mexico, that girl gonna stop the whole van to take pictures of graveyards. Like, she loves them. Churches and graveyards. Like, that's her jam. And it's fine. And then they had these little Luna and Artemis earrings. I know, right? This is like the 4th pair of Luna and Artemis. I don't know. I like matching mismatched stuff. Which I think that's just a millennial thing. Like, we're the ones who are all like, ooh, mismatched socks, cause fun. Yeah, that's us. We own it. Avocado toast, those weird hats, and mismatched stuff. We like it. Older millennials. The younger ones are on a different wavelength, and that's fine. And then look at these. I love me a Hello Kitty everything. I was not into the Stanley Cups. I was not. And then that dadgum algorithm had the nerve to pop up a Hello Kitty Stanley in my face, in my whole face. I don't care. I have a perfectly good water cup. Didn't need the big man cup. It's on its way. But yeah, and then check out these little cute little Hello Kitty. I love Hello Kitty. I've loved Sanrio and everything that they do since I was a kid. Oh my God, going to the store. Like, you know, some kids was like, I want McDonald's. I want Sanrio. Loved everything that they made. Wanted everything in the store always. You know how much that stuff costs? It was expensive. It's right up there with Warhammer prices, to be quite honest. It's like Japan Warhammer. You know. But now that I'm grown, so these are great. So I'll be putting these up. Not expensive. They were $8 a pair, which I think is perfectly fine. Like, look, y'all, that's how the economy works. We gotta be willing to spend money, you know. I make a thing, you buy it. They make a thing, I buy it. Like, that's how the economy works. So, yeah. But then I chose not to be selfish. So my stepson is working, so he didn't get to go. But I did get, there was a Lego vendor there. He didn't have complete sets or anything, but he had Lego things that he had built and we're selling them. And, oh my God, look at this cute little ultramarine. This is for my husband. He likes to kit bash. So there will be an orc head replacing this ultramarine head, because he's that way. But for the boy, I got him a couple of really cool items. At least they were cool to me. So I'm going to set these in his room here in a moment. But we got a sucker with the child. I'm sorry, I don't like the name. And then we have a Mandalorian. Ah, come here, come here, come here. Things are just rolling around in this little bag. So we got the Mandalorian with another one. So little and cute. Don't look at my nails. You know what I just did. Oh, I'll be right back. The little murdery droid. He's going to love this. And then I got him... Come here. We love a Chewbacca moment, don't we? Yes, we do. So, yeah, those are for him. I'm going to go leave those where he can find them easily, because a little bag of happiness for him. But then, y'all, once in a while, you stumble upon an item that you know God put on this earth for you. And it's been a long time since I've bought something like this, and when I first saw it, I walked by, I went through what you do is you go through the whole thing. Unless you see something really cute that stands out, it's like, oh, I gotta have it. You go through a whole thing, and then you come back. Like, that's what you do at RimFest. You don't buy from the first booth unless you've been there before, you know where you're going. You wander. You meander. You weander, if you're with somebody. You weander, and you look, and you see, and you go, oh, that's lovely. That's an option. I'll come back and look at that. And then sometimes, you get grabbed. You get grabbed by the awesomeness of an item. And there was an item that got me. But you know what? I held fast, and it was in the back too. So like you walk into the front, our favorite hobby store. I don't know how he did this. This man just he a hustler. Um, but they were up front and went and said hi to all of them and whatnot. Then meandered through the wares and the tables and the booths and whatnot. And this one booth was in the very very back, like almost in a nondescript spot. And I walked by them. You know how it is when you see something you want. And I saw it. And I was like, oh, this is a thing that it speaks to me. I might want this thing. I was just looking at my dog. He's snoring. He's mommy's old man. But I wandered through the whole thing again. Went and said hi to some people. I was wearing my chucks with the big old heels. I was taller than everybody there. It was great. Waved at the furries. The furries are always a hoot. My little ducky, I didn't put him back right. I gotta fix him. There we go. Now I can see him. Went and had myself a milkshake. Just contemplated. Bought some Legos and contemplated. And then finally, I said, you know what? This isn't even as much as you could have spent had there been a bunch of Sailor Moon stuff here. Justification. And plus, it's not like I don't work. So I was like, go treat yourself. Make yourself happy, which I've treated him too. Say that this is how relationships work. I didn't just find a thing for me. I found a thing for thee. Want to see it? You want to see what I found? Are you even ready for the awesomeness you're about to see? You know it's good when they give you a proper bag to carry it in. Nice linen bag with a drawstring. Now that I'm looking at it again, I'm like, yeah, that was totally worth it. So, we shall reveal the best thing. Oh, smell the leather that I have bought in a long time. And I'm not sure I can top it. Are we ready? Are we ready? Duh. Now my dog's looking at me like I'm crazy. Duh. You think you know what it is? Da da, doom 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 doom. Wah 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 wah. Doom 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 doom. It's a purse with mushrooms on it. Seriously though, it's a handmade, hand-stitched leather bag, and they put these beautiful hand-painted leather mushrooms on them. The stitching is just absolutely fantastic. Like, these straps are not coming off for anything. They did such a good job, and it's the kind of purse I like that is just one big open in the middle, and it's got a nice slot on the back for the phone. And I tried it on. It drapes across me perfectly. And look, it's green. It matches the earthy motif. This is one of my favorite things I've bought in a long time. I don't change purses very often. I probably buy a new purse every 2 years, maybe every 3. Now, granted, at my age, that's still a decent collection of purses. But I also get rid of things when I'm done with them. I don't, or give them away. I'm not about that just hoarded up life. When I'm done with something, it can go make somebody else happy. I have one other handmade leather bag that I own. And a friend of mine owned a store back in Nashville. She made that one. And I bought that, how old am I? Oh, good God, I think I bought that thing 20 years ago. But she made it for me. She had this beautiful leather that was actually meant for saddles, like horse saddles. It's just got this beautiful rose to it. And I've had that bag for so long. And I actually had to take it to her a couple times to repair the straps because I wore it so much. I wore out leather straps. I wore it so much. But now that bag is reserved for reinvesting in SCA. That's all I pull it out for because I can't replace it. It is a one of a kind. As is this. Now, I'm sure other people have made similar things, but when you get something that's handmade, even if they make multiples of it, the one you have is not going to be identical to another one. And that's what I love about stuff like this. And I love supporting local artists. Those things like buy local. Well, it's hard to buy local. Now, you know how many people are on the planet? Like, it takes a lot to keep all these people going. And sometimes it's hard to know what's really local and what's not. So being able to put money back into the community I live in, it's really great. But then also I get a piece that is just like, this is something that was worth it. Everything just cause an individual made it doesn't make it worth it. Like, we've all done a pity purchase from a friend in an MLM. We've all done it. You've done it. I've done it. It's fine. But this is no pity purchase. They put some work into this, and I can't imagine the time. And honestly, for what they charged for it, they could have charged another $100, and it would have been valid. I don't know why they didn't price it higher, but I absolutely adore this. And this will be my new purse. See, look at, I can put it, and it just, when I tried it on, she's like, well, try it on and make sure the strap is the right length. It's a perfect side bag for me. I'm so happy. Y'all can't see it, but I can, and it's great. I don't feel like standing up, because next time I stand up, I'm going to change clothes. So, yeah, it's nice to find these things that, one, it's something you want. Oh my God, I just realized, look at that. They use green stitching. Come on. Craftsmanship. But it's nice to find stuff that you want, and you're supporting, you know, you're getting a chance to support local. And eventually, when I get to a place where I start, you know, getting bold enough to ask people for permission to talk about them, I will. Because, you know, artists deserve their, you know, on this channel we have a soft spot for the artists, because I was a theater in England. I recognize how hard making a living in any kind of art is. And the fact that people are willing to take a risk and dedicate their time and produce something like this. Is this not the most Studio Ghibli thing that's not Studio Ghibli that you've ever seen? It's fantastic. The last purses I got, when I actually bought a bag, my husband bought me a bag 2 years ago, that from Loungefly, the Han Solo backpack where he's in there. Yeah, I've got that, but I use that primarily. That is a painting bag, so when we go to a hobby shop and paint, like, my painting supplies go in there, like my paintbrushes, the figures I'm going to paint, that's what I use it for, and that's its job. And then the last actual purses I've bought, I got 3 years ago, I got Hedwig. No, Baby Yoda. I got Baby Yoda, the Loungefly backpack with the ears that flip. I got that at Disney World 3 years ago, almost to the day. It was this time 3 years ago. It was, wow. Time flies. Wow. Okay. And then I got a Hedwig backpack at Harry Potter Land at Universal 2 years before that. And I wore that purse every day for 2 years until I got the Baby Yoda purse. So that's just like a random backpack that I saw that was cute. Backpacks are a little different for me. I like a backpack because I travel for work, so having a good backpack is a big deal. I've got a new bag that's probably going to be the travel backpack, and this is going to be reserved for cosplay and stuff like that. So, but I'm just giving y'all way too much information about me that you didn't come here for. But that's where my brain goes. But, you know, I know that when it comes to spending on stuff like this, everyone has a point of view. Like, look, on this channel, we support escapism. Look, I don't care if your escapism is sports, fishing, working in your garden, reading, this kind of ridiculousness. We all need stuff that gets our minds off of the real sometimes, because life is, and y'all right now out there, I could not wait to come home. I mean, it was great, you know, being out, being nerdy, having fun, getting told how pretty you look. I'm not gonna lie, I enjoyed that. I'm not too shallow to admit that it does not feel good to be told you're pretty. It was great. I had a great time. You know, especially when other girls compliment you, that's a real compliment. But yeah, I had a good time. You know, I had a great milkshake. Like, it was a good day. But it's so peoply out there, and then, you know, like, there's a TV with the news on and this and that. I was like, you know, I want to go back to my house. I like my house. My house has my stuff. You know, my house has my dog and the food. So I've got Warhammer to go paint after that's why I got to change too. This is not a painting dress. We are not in painting clothes. So, you know, just find the thing that makes you happy. That's why we are a well-rounded nerd. I'm also a Taekwondo nerd. I practice martial arts. I haven't gotten to do that literally since I came back from Mexico, because a lot happened. But, you know, starting the week that I'm filming this, I'm going to get back into the gym. and get back to practicing because it's good for me and I enjoy it. But find that thing that you can nerd out about. Baseball? You like baseball? I don't know. But find the thing. Like my stepdaughter she's a biology major, but she genuinely loves critters. So a good time to her is being out in the woods with a net and a snake stick and just living her best nerdy biology life. Find your thing. And, if you don't know what your thing is, try several things until you find the thing that is for you. I promise you it exists. So, I think we've reached the end of this video because now I'm rambling. I'm rambling because I am ready to change clothes and go chill out for the rest of the day. And I need to figure out where to put these so the boy can find them. You know how the videos end. They end the same way every time. And then my lips are shiny. It's great. I'm looking at myself in the thing and I'm just like, when you want to do it, you can do it. But she doesn't want to do it every day. It's too much work. Anywho. Last thing. Pro tip. To take all this off, you don't need anything fancy. You don't even need the mineral water. You know what you need? A microfiber cloth and some water. That's it. It'll be off in 60 seconds. Nothing left on your face. It's not the product. It's that microfiber cloth. Why has it taken me this long in life to learn that? I just learned it like 3 months ago. Somebody sold me one. I was like, well, this is BS. And then I used it and I was like, oh, $20 well spent. So, anywho, that's it. All right. So if you've made it this far, thank you. And as always, let's go. Let's exit with a parting shot of the beautiful bag. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.